Okay, so here we have a kidney. First of all, the outermost covering is known as what? The renal capsule. The renal capsule. The outermost covering is known as the renal capsule. Okay? Now if we look inside the kidney, this part would be the renal cortex, right? The innermost part would be the renal medulla. Yes? Okay. These are the renal pyramids. The renal pyramids. The tips of the renal pyramids are the renal papilla. The renal papilla. And that drains into a minor calyx. Minor calyx. This is also a minor calyx. These two are the same structures, only this one is cut in half. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so these are minor calyces. This would be a major calyx. This would be a major calyx. This is your ureter, the ureter. This is the renal vein. This is the renal artery. Got it? Okay, between the pyramids we have what? The renal columns, yes? Okay, now let's take a look at the circulation of blood. And we can see that using this model here, okay? Let's start off with the entry of blood. It starts off with the renal artery, goes into the segmental artery, which feeds into the interlobar artery, which feeds into the arcuate artery, because it looks like an arc, okay? And then do you see these little tiny arteries up here? Those are the interlobular arteries. Interlobar, interlobular, okay? Same thing with the veins. Interlobular vein, arcuate vein, interlobar vein, and that goes straight to the renal vein. So there's no segmental vein. There's only a segmental artery. Got it? Okay, now we're going to take one lobe and we're going to blow it up and take a look at it, okay? So here's one lobe. So all of these guys are renal corpuscles, yes? This is one nephron, and this is a second nephron. Now the nephron has several segments to it. This is the glomerulus, this is Bowman's capsule, right? Attached to that would be the proximal convoluted tubule. Then we have the loop of Henle. Now the loop of Henle has two parts. The descending limb of the loop of Henle and the ascending limb of the loop of Henle. And you have to say the descending limb of the loop of Henle and the ascending limb of the loop of Henle. Loop of Henle alone is not going to cut it. Got it? Then we have the distal convoluted tubule, or the DCT, and that feeds into this long structure here, and this is the collecting duct. So how do we tell the difference between the PCT and the DCT? The PCT is connected to the renal corpuscle. The DCT is connected to the collecting ducts. Does that make sense? Okay, now do you see this vessel here? This is the vasa recta. The vasa recta. Got it? Okay, any questions on this? Any questions on this?
No.
Okay, now we're going to take a renal corpuscle and blow it up. So this here would be Bowman's capsule. Yes? This, if I put a piece of tape around this whole thing, this entire thing is the glomerulus. The glomerulus, okay? This is the afferent arteriole, and this is the efferent arteriole, okay? In addition, this is the distal convoluted tubule, or the DCT, so this would be what?
PCT.
The PCT, right? Okay, now the cells that line the DCT up here are the macula densa cells. Macula densa cells, got it? Now, do you see these dark regions here? These are podocytes. Podocytes. Okay? Okay, can someone check and make sure that that's everything on the kidney slide, or the kidney model? The 3-part as well as the kidney? Is there anything that I'm missing?
Did we do the macula densa?
Is that everything, guys?
Yes.
Did we do the macula densa?
These are the macula densa cells. Got it? Is that everything on the kidneys?
Yep.
Okay, so let's move on to the reproductive system.